Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Matt.
And I'm Darren.
We are here just going to explain to you what we're planning on doing with the new Google Plus page and YouTube channel. Basically, we're going to try to do a bunch of things, community events, political things, maybe interview.
Going through, like, the people that are hosting events. Like, for instance, stuff that's been going on for all the people that have been following the page on Facebook for all the last, 2-3 years now? Two, 3 years? Almost getting ready to hit 500 members. So it's like, wow. We weren't even expecting it to get that many, to be truthfully honest with you. But for the people that have been in the community events, like Kathy Chaplin, for instance, she's the one that's on the Mom Prom committee who hosts Mom Prom every year. So what we're thinking about doing is possibly getting a hold of Kathy whenever it gets closer to the time. That way we can talk to Kathy about what Mom Prom really is so that you guys have a more understanding of what's going on. Then you've got the more events that are going on around the area and in town, like the golf events that are going on at the hotel or a concert or the Renaissance Fair that Kathy Cobb and all them put on. We'll try getting a hold of all that to see what we can go through. And I'm actually kind of excited about it, to be truthfully honest with you, because...
True story. Renaissance Fair?
I didn't get to go to it last year.
I didn't either. Political things, we're going to try to interview everybody who's running for office, be it the sheriff's department, town board, stuff like that.
School board.
School board is a good one.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get questions from you guys. If you want to leave comments on the YouTube channel, and then we'll take those questions during the interviews, pass it along to them, maybe get some answers for things you want to know.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea.
Which we'll give you some more information about that whenever it gets a little bit closer to the time. But for right now, we're wanting to do the video so we can explain, because Matt posted the comment earlier Sunday or Saturday night or Sunday night saying that we were going to do a video and go subscribe to YouTube for the video that's going to be coming out. So this is the video that we were talking about. That way you guys can get an understanding of what's going to happen.
We also want to kind of do something like a round table talk type thing where we get leaders in the community maybe just to sit down and talk about stuff. Not necessarily just like town board and things like that, but anybody who's really involved in the community. People... Examples.
Well, you got Barry, you've got Harner, you've got...
all town board members.
Town board members. But, or if we can't get a hold of anybody, then maybe it's comments or something like that from you guys. Or maybe it's something that's going on in the area. For what we know, it might just be me and him at the table just talking to a camera and talking to you guys about how we really feel about a certain situation, which, if that ever does happen, get some popcorn, because those conversations can get pretty funny.
True story.
Yeah. Okay, so one thing that I was thinking about doing for the first video, which I don't even think I've told him about this one yet, but some of the candidacies have already started for some of the elections and everything, and they've actually been in the paper. So first of all, for sheriff of Orange County that's going to be running for the election this year, you have 4 people that I know of so far. The first one is going to be Josh Babcock. Then you've got Gary Weininger. You also have Jesse Robling and Daryl Terrell. So you have those 4 that's going to be running for sheriff this year. And also from what I've heard, and I haven't read the paper for this yet, but it looks like Steve Owen is going to be running against Kelly Minton for prosecutor this year. Which,
really?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see how that one's going to go. If Steve Owen used to be the prosecutor here in Orange County years ago, before Kelly, I believe, and then he went to, I believe he's the deputy prosecutor for Floyd County, and then he's going to come back and he's going to try running back to Orange County where he originally was. His wife that I know of is Mrs. Owen. She's the teacher here at Springs Valley.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you remember Mrs. Owen? She was actually, she was my elementary school teacher.
Yeah, I think she's also my kid's teacher right now.
Yeah. And then you have Jesse Robling for sheriff. He is a local resident here at French Lick. Then Gary Weininger is a local resident to French Lick. Daryl Terrell lives in the Paoli area, and Josh Babcock lives in the Paoli area as well. So we have those 4 people.
And so I think would be a good idea is maybe you guys get us some questions that you want answered from these guys, and we can go do a impromptu interview type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down with them, ask them what your questions are. Maybe we'll come up with some stuff ourselves, but
well, I'm sure we'll come up with something.
I'd really like to get your guys' input. What do you want us to ask them, and then we'll get their responses. We'll upload the videos, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So first of all, let's start with this. So for the prosecutor, let's go with prosecutors' questions. We'll start with prosecutors first, and make sure that in the comments that you specify who you want it for. So do you want it for Kelly, or do you want it for Steve? Make sure you say who the question's going for, or if it's in general, then just write for either prosecutor. Then for the sheriff, for their runnings, make sure it's either Josh, Jesse, Daryl, or Gary. Make sure you specify who that is, or if it's a general question, and we'll ask them what those questions are.
Yeah,
What's important to you guys? So make sure it's clear whether it's prosecutor or if it's for sheriff. And then as soon as I'll get a hold of the next paper and see what all the candidacies are, and see who's actually running. I was trying to find it on the internet, but it's hard to find
It's Orange
County. Every time you do Orange County, so apparently we're as big as LA.
Yeah, well,
Apparently,
California.
Yeah.
Anywho,
I wish it was that one right now.
So yeah, just leave some questions, what you want answered. We'll try to get with them and
Go from there.
Yeah, sounds good to me. So that's kind of what we're working on so far. I'm sure we're going to come up with more ideas. If there's anything going on in the Valley that you want covered, you want us to do a video on, again, just let us know in the comments down below.
And we'll go from there.
Yeah. Anyways, I've been Matt.
And I'm Darren.
And thanks for watching.
Later.